So, the character of John just keeps getting better and better. So last night, Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 3 premiered, Humbugs Gulch. If you haven't seen the episode, don't watch this video because it's going to contain major spoilers and you're not going to want to get stuff spoiled for you. So don't watch this video if you haven't seen it, but if you have, why don't you watch the video? So to kick things off, John and June are talking about how they haven't found Al yet, and John's starting to think that when he was a cop, when someone went missing for this length of time, they kind of expected the worst, and that was in our world, normal world, this is the apocalypse. So he thinks that, without saying it, John thinks she's dead. And all of a sudden, someone starts shooting at them. They panic, they jump in their car and they drive away. But then they realize they don't have any guns. So John sees a sign for this place called Humber Gulch, title of the episode. And he remembers that he used to work in a place like this where it's like it's a western town, but it's not really a western town. It's like a role playing western town. So they go there to find out if they can find any guns, which they do. I enjoyed seeing the western town, especially because John is such a cowboy-like character. Getting to see him in this area was great. He had the bandana over his mouth, the cowboy hat. He had the 2 revolvers. Seeing him in this town, I thought was very good to see. And I bet you the writers had fun with it, and I bet you even the actors had fun recording this whole scene. We later find out that the person that was shooting at John and June was Dwight. It was actually great to see Dwight again. I had a feeling we see him in this episode, but I didn't know when we were. And seeing him interact with John and June instead of meeting up with Morgan straight away was great. So we got to slowly introduce Dwight with these characters. We found out that ever since the end of season 8, all Dwight has been doing is looking for Sherry, and he hasn't found her. She's been leaving all these notes, but he was saying he seems like he's been 2 or 3 steps behind her every time. So it was kind of heartbreaking. Not really heartbreaking, but it was very sad on our perspective to see this character who really helped win the war, desperately looking for his wife, but he can't find them. So he's just so sad that he thinks that he'll never find her. So he's debating taking his own life. So he's about to load up the gun, but then June talks him down, explaining how when she was in the same situation that he's in now, where she didn't think she deserved to find John, but she found John, and how happy she is now that she has found him. She's talking to him, saying you shouldn't do this, because if you do, you'll never get to meet Sherry again, because she believes Sherry's still out there, which I'm pretty sure she is. I don't think we'll see her because I think the actress is on another show, but I say eventually we're going to have to see Sherry again, and I can't imagine just going to kill her off screen because she's a big-ish kind of character. John is quickly becoming one of my favourite characters. He's just so likeable, and then the Walker kill he had this week was just so badass, where he told Dwight to hold up the axe up. He aimed at the axe, shot at the axe, the bullet split in half and shot the 2 walkers on the opposite side. I was like, how the hell did he do that? I think John, he's a little bit below. He at the moment, on the characters that are actually on the show at the moment, it's Morgan, Alicia, and they kind of battle for first place, and then it's got to be John, and then I don't know who's after that. But John is slowly getting up into the top tier. And then during the episode, Morgan, Alicia, and Luciana were also looking for the kids. They get in contact with the kids for a little bit, only very small. I think it was called. I think his kid's name was Alex they got in contact with. But anyways, they said, we can't let you know where we are because then they'll find us. I originally was thinking that the people that they didn't want to be found, people who they didn't want them to find, was the people who were cutting up the walkers' heads and tying them up. But then there was a big twist that it was actually the kids doing it at the end of the episode. It's a bit weird. I don't think the kids are doing it alone, because how would they get up that billboard? I can't imagine that the kids are the ones doing this by themselves. But I also can't imagine that the group that took or the group that took Al is doing this, because it doesn't seem like this is their type of thing. They seem more like a clean cut kind of group, or that's kind of a messy job, so I don't think they'd be the ones to do it. I also don't think it's the woman we met last week who's the hazmat suit woman. Can't remember her name. I think it's Grace, but I can't remember. I don't think it's her, so I think this maybe a new character gets introduced, because I don't know who it's going to be. I think there's no way the kids are doing this by themselves. That's all I think. Overall, season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead has actually been really great. It's really got me hooked. I'm anticipating seeing what happens next, and I don't know what's going to happen next because it really is up in the air. But I'm enjoying doing these Fear the Walking Dead reviews. If you're enjoying them, subscribe. And if you want to see more of them, also subscribe. But thanks for watching.